Hi everyone, welcome to Yotpo's webinar, the ROI of Emotional Loyalty, featuring Gorgeous and Shopping Gives. Thank you so much for joining today. We're so excited to dive right in, but first, a round of intros. My name is Maloney Shaw. I am a Strategic Client Success Manager for the mid-market sector at Yotpo. And I'm joined today by two industry experts, Dylan Duchesne, Technology Partner Manager at Gorgeous, and Ben Aston, who's the Director of Partnerships at Shopping Gives. I'm really excited to chat with you both today. Thank you for joining. Next, would love to do a quick intro of our companies. So Yotpo is an e-commerce marketing platform helping brands collect user-generated content, build customer journeys, and personalize them through SMS marketing. We've raised $406 million till date, and we're seeing 115% year-over-year growth. Dylan, I'll pass it off to you to introduce Gorgeous.
Yes, thank you, Maloney. I'm so happy to be here with both of you today. I'm very, very excited. I'm Dylan. I'm the Technology Partner Manager at Gorgeous. For those of y'all who are not familiar with Gorgeous, we are the #1 customer support help desk for e-commerce D2C brands. We consolidate all channels customers are reaching out to you in one platform and help you deliver insanely fast and personalized customer conversations. We work with 9,000 plus merchants globally, growing every single day. Some examples like Steve Madden, Princess Polly, Juicy Couture, and many, many more. And I'm really happy to be here with y'all.
Good stuff. Hey,
Thanks
guys.
so much. Yeah.
Sorry, Maloney, I'm jumping in already. Leading the way.
No, please.
Yep, as Maloney said, my name is Ben Aston, Director of Partnerships for Shopping Gives. And Shopping Gives is the leading social impact commerce platform. So with a turnkey solutions, thousands of socially conscious brands. If Dylan name drops, I'm going to name drop too, including Coach, Greats, Enzo Rings, to name a few. We make it easy for brands to give back to causes they or their customers care about. So we incorporate charitable giving into the customer buying journey.
Amazing. Thank you both for joining and introducing yourselves and your brands. Really excited to chat all about emotional loyalty today. And what is it? How are we as partners empowering our brands to build it, and like individually and together through our integrations? So really, emotional loyalty is building that genuine connection with your shoppers. And it's what keeps them coming back. And it's more than a great product. It's more than building one loyalty program or, getting those VIP tiers set up. It's really creating that incredible customer experience and just building that retention time over time. So really diving into more, like today's shoppers really expect a lot in return for their emotional loyalty. And the way brands can build that is through exceptional experiences, first and foremost, through top tier customer service. If the customer service isn't correct or right and done well, customers will not come back for more. And then an omni-channel brand presence, the ability to be able to trust that brand across all channels. So if a shopper is going to have that interaction with you on all these different channels, it's important to make sure you deliver that value across the board. Dylan, I'd love for you to chime in.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, this is Gorgeous's bread and butter. You know what I mean? We're all about enabling brands to really deliver that excellent customer experience by giving them that holistic view of the customer journey from within the Gorgeous platform. Obviously, some stats, as you can see, you just know 79% of customers will take business elsewhere within a week from experiencing poor customer support. And 90% of customers say customer experience is extremely important when influencing their decision to buy. So I mean, that's a lot, it's like more important than ever for brands to have that omni-channel presence, 8+, I would say, different channels for customers to reach you. You need to respond fast. You need to resolve inquiries fast. You need to automate at least 20% of your support tickets to help you deliver that insanely fast and personalized experience. And ideally, leveraging a help desk that gives you, like I mentioned before, a very holistic view of the customer. So that way, no important information is slipping through the cracks. Shoppers want to feel heard, they want to feel understood, and they want to feel taken care of when self-serve isn't supporting their needs. So, shoppers have high expectations, and we definitely want to make sure that we're giving them what they need. So that's my 2 cents.
Thank you. No, thank you so much for chiming in. And Ben would love to see how Shopping Gives is empowering their brands, with emotional loyalty, setting that up.
Yeah, I mean, we're built to kind of work on this model. We're a social impact marketing platform, so we're empowering brands to focus on the business of doing well and, their bottom line, if you like. But, while we take care of their mission, their purpose, things that they want to achieve on the social impact side. So, we're basically their management in that respect. But really, today's kind of conscious consumers are 4 times more likely to purchase from a company with strong brand values and actually even willing to spend more money and shop with a brand they know supports charitable causes. So it really does fit into what we're doing. And then if you take it a step further, and we'll talk about like a little bit about our platform as well and what we can offer, but if you allow that customer to support a cause that's personal to them, so i.e. choose the charity the donation is going to, the brand starts to see an increase in AOV, lifetime value goes up too. And then a stat that should be on this page, I should have added it, but 87% of consumers will purchase from a brand because they advocate for an issue that they care about. So it's kind of really touching into that emotional loyalty. Seeing brands display authentic commitment to charitable causes can really build your customer trust and loyalty really quickly.
Yeah, and that speaks to me as a consumer myself, because I like to support brands that care about the causes I care about, and whether it be eco-friendliness, sustainability, or mental health. So it's really interesting to see that stat of 87%, and that just goes to show it's so important to build that emotional loyalty.
Yeah,
so thank you both for adding.
Yeah, we're starting to see it more and more that, by 2025, we're thinking, that I think it's Cone Communications, and they did, a stat of around 70% of brands will have a purpose and a mission. It won't necessarily be that they give money back on a purchase, but there'll be sustainability in there at some point, or they'll be advocating for a cause. So really, really important to think about if you are a brand of, is there a story or a mission that you're kind of trying to achieve with your brand? So, yeah.
Love that. Of course. So to go off of those stats, based on Yacht Post 2022 State of Brand Loyalty Survey, we saw some interesting stats that I want to highlight here. Upward of 38% of global respondents said they buy from a brand at least 5+ times before considering themselves loyal. And that is about an 11% year-over-year increase. When you think about it, 5 purchases before they're loyal, that means brands really need to go that extra mile to earn that. Like the second and third purchase isn't going to convert them into brand loyalists anymore. And then about 60% of consumers have mentioned, they are more loyal to a brand when they have a loyalty program and there's an experience tied with the brand in every step of the way. And then to your point, Ben, what you were saying around, when there's like that value alignment, so 84% of consumers are more inclined to purchase and support a brand whose values align with their own. Like, do you care about what I care about? And with Gen Z, we're seeing 90% and up. So really just drives that emotional loyalty a bit home. Amazing. So now it's like we've defined it, what it is, and we know it's important. So how can we have that touch point with the consumers? What are ways we can implement this? So given this data, it's important to have a mission-driven loyalty program, and that needs to be paired with personalized on-site experiences. And then the entire experience and the life cycle of the customer needs to be engaging, and it needs to be coupled with all the experiences you can bring that customers care about. So I'll go through a couple of examples, but let's dive into each one first. Building a mission-driven loyalty program. For example, Girlfriend Collective. I'm a consumer myself, and they are a sustainable, eco-friendly activewear brand, and they reward their customers through their loyalty program for a beach cleanup or planting trees, for example, and really incentivizing that positive behavior, which is really neat to see because they care about, what shoppers tend to care about these days, which is like a lot of social impact, climate change, etc. Ben, of course, with social impact, this is up your alley, so would love for you to kind of chime in and share a little bit more.
Definitely my wheelhouse. There's loads of great examples out there. As I said, we've got probably thousands of brands using Shopping Gives, and it's not all about just placing our widget on their website. There are great activations that they do and build campaigns around this. I agree with you on Girlfriend Collective. I just think what they do is a really nice kind of additional piece to giving. It's a really interesting take on building consumer impact with their customer community. So, 100% breeds customer loyalty. So the togetherness that you can't compete with that really. It's a kind of, we're all in this together. We're going to clean this beach, or we're going to plant these trees. It's really nice to see. So we're also seeing this on, Girlfriend Collective, big brand in itself, but we're also seeing this on the big corporation side as well. So, just yesterday, Adidas, or Adidas, as I like to say, launched their Run for the Oceans campaign, which is encouraging customers to download the app and just basically start running. And every 10 minutes of running that these people do, you and I and their customers, they will clean up the weight equivalent of one plastic bottle from beaches and coastal communities. So again, it's this togetherness and everyone in this type thing. So, you can see that having a mission like this, something that brings a customer in, demands action, it really works, and the customer won't be going anywhere else to spend the money because they feel part of this group, part of this community. So, Shopping Gives, we say consumers are buying with their values and voting with their wallets, and they're going to continue to hold brands accountable to do better for our planet. First and foremost, I think that's the most popular thing, but then also for society as well. So, supporting kind of purpose-driven brands over others. And this is actually despite previous brand loyalty as well. So you're seeing customers being loyal to brands, but then changing because other brands are actually showing, that they're supporting causes and things that the customer cares about. There's loads of different examples. I don't know how long you want me to speak about this, but something closer to home for us. And Shopping Gives, and I'm sure Yotpo as well. I speak to you guys a lot, and we've been encouraged recently by the number of brands utilizing the Yotpo and Shopping Gives integration. For example, signing up for Yotpo rewards and then using Shopping Gives, the customers can convert and redeem loyalty reward points into donations. So, they can use their reward points to support their favorite causes. So creates a more meaningful interaction for them and makes the purchase experience much better. Basically, they're not just buying clothes, they're racking up points and then able to give that to charity. So Blind Barber are a great brand that do that, rewarding customers with 1 point for every $1 donated. I should say that their purchase donates, so it comes from the brand, and then redeeming those points for larger impact later on. So this promotes these incentives with their customers via marketing platforms, and they also have a live ticker on their website. So again, this togetherness is basically showing the customers, this is how much you guys have raised, and we love it, and we want you to keep doing it. So, you know, it's making them feel like they're part of something bigger. Lastly, as well, I'll just make one more point. I think it's also really important to share that brands doing activations like this should also be speaking about it. And we say this a lot to our brands. There's no point just kind of turning on Shopping Gives and expect these miracles to happen. You know, money will go to causes, and that's fantastic. But if you want it to also kind of, not in a self-proclamation way, but benefit the brand as well, and build this loyalty, informing customers on that buying journey is super important. So it's a bit of like, hey, we give back, we have a mission, we want you to join us. So brands could actually use, Dylan, platforms like Gorgeous, engage their customers, you know, show that value alignment and social impact throughout the buying journey. So using that chatbot, you can get alongside the customer on the buying journey and actually talk about the impact, you know, while the customer's on the site, say what the brand is doing, what will happen when you make a purchase. Hey, you can have money to give back to a cause of your choice. So really important stuff to also speak to that as well.
I love that. I think proactively getting them to talk about it is what it's all about, you know, getting them excited, keeping them talking about it, moving them towards that purchase, and then ultimately moving them to giving back. So really powerful.
Yeah, love it.
Yeah. And that feel good sense is what builds that emotional loyalty. Like, I make that purchase, I know I planted that tree, or I gave back, or I donated, and it gets me to come back. And I would even go to that extent to say I would be willing to pay a little bit more if it meant it is for the greater good. And I feel like I've seen that a little bit more, where if I'm looking at a competitor and I'm paying $5 more, but it impacts and creates that ripple effect, I'd be willing to go that length.
And how great to be able to do that from your couch and your laptop, you know what I mean? Online shopping, being able to make a difference. So it's easier than ever, which is fantastic.
Lazy social impact, love it.
There you go, you get it done.
I don't want to clean up a beach. I just want to give with my money.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, so, you know, like, it just goes to show how impactful building that strategy around some kind of mission and how important that is. We're kind of jumping into that next part, which is creating that personalized experience and building loyalty, to making sure that every time the consumer interacts with your brand, they're excited, they're delivered an experience that resonates with them. So that could include personalizing rewards programs. So with Yotpo, you know, that's what I do. I help brands build that on-site experience with certain personalizations. It could be, where are you? What kind of VIP member are you? You're in our top tier. You know, thank you for being loyal. Here's how much, you know, where you are in the progress that next here, like making sure it's such a curated experience. And something that I'm really excited that Yotpo is working on is a segmentation feature, which allows customers, our clients, present to their customers on the rewards program different ways they can earn points based on who they are. Are you a top VIP tier member? You could earn, you know, additional points, and being able to showcase that on the rewards program so it's even more personalized. And I'm really excited for that to be rolled out soon. And then apart from just that online experience, it's that holistic experience with unboxing, like reward your customers for unboxing videos, include little, you know, mailers that gets them excited, and it shares more about the impact you're driving. And what you were mentioning, Dylan and Ben, earlier, it's all about sharing with your customer and the shoppers, what are you doing? You know, what do you stand for? And there's different ways to do that online and offline. So Dylan, I would love for you to kind of jump in with that experience. You know, Gorgeous is about that, being there for every step of the customer and buyer journey. So could you speak to that a little bit more?
Absolutely. I mean, personalization is huge, and I think there's so many great ways to incorporate that to make your customers feel like they are those VIP customers. Credo Beauty in particular, they're a beautiful Yacht Po and Gorgeous Mutual customer, and they do an excellent job of providing that personalized on-demand support. They have a live chat set up called Chat with a Beauty Expert, where they proactively engage traffic to chat in, and move them towards that purchase. So I think this is particularly great for, you know, beauty brands, fashion brands, etc., because a lot of people get overwhelmed with product selection. You know what I mean? They don't know what color works well on their skin. They don't know what size might be right. They can't try it on remotely. So having this chat is a really highly effective way to help customers make decisions, you know, answer their questions, and really give them that excellent personalized experience. I did want to highlight SMS as well, which I know we're going to talk about, but I'm a little excited. But SMS is a booming channel, and it's going to continue to grow. So two-way SMS is also super powerful here for personalization, you know, and a lot of our mutual brands utilize this channel and have tons of success. The two-way communication is key. You know, if you launch, let's say, an SMS campaign, maybe you do an early product launch solely to your SMS list, and you respond to every SMS response with that personalization, it's going to generate a lot of sales. So by integrating, you know, your text message platform like SMS Bump with a help desk like Gorgeous, you can automatically forward all text messages to your CS team, really enabling them to respond quickly. We found, I would say, that customers drive 31% more spend from shoppers that receive replies to their text message inquiries compared to those who do not. So definitely want to be utilizing this. And it's great that our integration with SMS Bump does just that. So it really helps deliver that personalization.
Yes, absolutely. I mean, I couldn't have said it any better. And SMS, I mean, from a receiving end, I'm on my phone, and there's even a statistic where every SMS is opened, I think, within the first 3 minutes. And that just goes to show the power and how quickly that conversion can happen compared to a lot of the other channels. So Ben, I know you highlighted Coach earlier. Would love for you to kind of dive in a little bit deeper because of that experience here.
Yeah, I mean, they've done a really good job of building out a VIP program, well, social impact program in their VIP kind of members section. They call it Coach Insiders, and it's their rewards program. So what they've really done is they're using Shopping Gives to bring kind of giving to their members only, let's call it. So they're giving them special deals and special offers where, you know, philanthropic campaigns that they can support, and then also providing that choice. So their Coach Insider members can also personally support causes of their own choice. Each live campaign is only available to the members and only comes into play when the customer logs on onto the store on the website. There's also in-store as well that we're seeing. So we're starting to see brands doing it on point of sale as well in a store. So they kind of, you know, I don't know how, I don't shop in store, but they're logging in, you know, their emails being recognized, and then they're being provided with a choice of a $5 donation to a cause of their choice, and they can choose there and then as they're, you know, just about to pick up and walk away with the clothes they've just bought. So there was that, and then they also used email marketing. So they emailed their members after purchases, and then using a unique kind of link that these customers can click on and go through. They're then being able to donate more on that as well. So in the first few weeks of this partnership, Coach donated over $150,000 on behalf of its customers. I mean, they're huge and it's awesome. Yeah, absolutely fantastic. And then what was really like eye-opening as well, and you know, Coach wouldn't have been able to do this without Shopping Gives, or they would, but they would have had someone sat in a room doing this for a long time. But they donated to over 1,600 unique organizations. So, you know, those little bits of money that those customers were making, those small donations, were going out to 1,600 unique organizations, and that just flowed through Shopping Gives technology. So we're enabling that to happen, and it's enabling emotional loyalty. It's meaning that their customers are able to support causes that they care about. So yeah, really cool way to use a VIP program and only incorporate the customers that, you know, the members that are involved in it, make them feel special. It's good.
That's great.
That's incredible. And the fact that, you saw that return within such a short period of time, and being able to impact, you said 1,600 organizations. And that omni-channel approach too that you mentioned, you know, online or in-store, and for a lot of bigger brands, and you know, if you have that brick and mortar and online presence, you want to be able to make sure it's seamless across the board. So definitely a great highlight there to make sure your program and that loyalty is not just online, but it kind of bleeds into every interaction.
Kind of easy to forget about, right? That we're, you know, you can go back into a store. So, and it is happening more and more now. And, you know, we're even seeing a downturn on online sales compared to going in store. But yeah, it's easy to forget about, and that especially the loyalty program and reward programs do exist in store. It doesn't have to be online as well. So that is a great point, Maloney. You know, you need brands to be doing kind of omni-channel loyalty for sure.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. And with that, you know, I want to highlight Tentree. They're an eco-friendly clothing brand, and for every purchase that a customer makes, they plant 10 trees on their behalf. And what they've done is created something called an impact wallet, which is really neat, where if I purchase something today and then I went back and made a purchase maybe 3 months from now, they're aggregating all the plants that I've planted or they've planted on my behalf, and I get to see kind of like that forest build over time through each purchase. And it's such a great way to see that impact and get that visual, you know, like, oh, I've helped offset this much carbon, or I've planted this type of tree and these many of them. And it goes to that original point of when customers really have that feel good and, oh, my purchase did more than just get me clothes. It, you know, offset this much carbon, and I'm impacting a cause that matters to so many other individuals. It just gets them to come back, and it's that retention that you're building automatically. So that was one of the, I guess, really neat ways to create that touch point where it gets them excited. And the way they do it is when you receive your purchase and that order, there's a QR code, and you can scan it to see how many trees you've planted. And so that entire experience is extremely seamless. And I'm very excited about it because personally that cause matters a lot to me. So it was great to come across that, and proud that it's one of our brands.
I'm so inspired hearing all this. I mean, watch me go shopping at all of these brands as soon as this ends. Like, this is incredible. I'm learning so much. It's amazing what people are doing.
Yeah. And that's exactly what it is. I think it's supposed to inspire your consumers, and more than just consuming, it's like, what else can I do? How can I give back? And like we mentioned, we can vote with our wallets. We don't necessarily always need to go out and plant the trees ourselves, but we can make our dollars count. So it's great to see how brands are coming together and standing for that. So with that, really want to jump into that last bit of creating that experience and launching not just a loyalty or a VIP program that, you know, awards points. Like, of course, that's part of it, but how are you unlocking benefits and certain experiences for your, let's say, top tier customers? For example, if you're a celebrity or influencer-led brand, maybe your top tier customers have a chance to FaceTime with them. Or if you're a fitness coach or a wellness coach led brand, maybe you set up a 15-minute session, for example, for your top tier customers to really give them that experience of what you stand for and why you've built that brand. So those are a couple of examples. Another big way, and going back to what Dylan mentioned earlier about SMS, SMS is a great way to personalize that because you're able to segment and give that like top-notch concierge service. So like SMS Bump and Gorgeous have an integration, so you're able to deliver that concierge level service to your customers if you want it to be all of them, if you want that to unlock that for your top tier, whether it be like a beauty brand that wants to maybe style customers versus what Dylan, you mentioned about Credo Beauty. So I think there's so many ways we can create that experience, but I know you have a couple of examples that you want to share, and I would love to hear more.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, taking care of those, VIP customers is really, really important. I want to highlight Vigamore here. They are able to tag VIP customers by being able to see all of the customer information within Gorgeous, which I think is really powerful. So their agents are able to inform customers about, enrolling in rewards programs, the number of loyalty points they have, highlight the reviews that they've left, get them really excited, which in return allows Vigamore to take care of those customers at the highest level, offer them gifts, discounts, and rewards for being such loyal customers, and get them really excited, for interacting with the brand. Princess Polly is also great here. Princess Polly uses SMS, Bump, and Gorgeous. So they use SMS kind of as a way to give, text-only special discounts. They're encouraging their customers to join their exclusive SMS club. This gives you access, early access to sales. All that good stuff. So it really gives you that VIP treatment, all while having that granular kind of customer information at their fingertips that lives within Gorgeous. So I think it's a really, really powerful integration.
Yeah, and when you can get it delivered, to such a personal channel, it's going to kind of create bigger ripple effect and be more powerful, like you mentioned. And I want to highlight another brand as well, Coco Kind. They're a conscious beauty brand, and for their top tier customers, the top tier is named Matcha. They have a really incredible program, and they go farther than maybe just giving them more points for all the purchases that they make. They actually have something called random acts of kindness, and for their top tier customers in the Matcha tier, they'll randomly send them flowers or some kind of sweet treats or notes, and to really make those customers feel so special for being loyal to the brand. So it's not so much, hey, come back and buy with us, but it's like, we care that you care about us so much, because there are a lot of brands out there, and it's to gain that loyalty from a customer is a bit challenging, and brands have to earn it, like we mentioned. So they do a really good job of keeping their customers happy, making them feel special. And like, I would be excited if I got flowers randomly and it was like, thank you so much for being a Coco Kind customer. I would be so excited, and it would definitely convert me even more, and I'd be like, I'm such a big fan. And there's like a stat that I remember coming across that was, a customer is really loyal to about 5 brands at a given point in time. And when you think about the enormous number of brands out there, you're kind of fighting for those 5 spots about. And so emotional loyalty is a great way to make sure you're kind of a front runner in that.
I love that. Forget getting flowers from your boyfriend. Just get them directly from the brand you want to shop from all the time. I love it.
Exactly. Like Coco Kind.
Or as the boyfriend, get flowers and give them to your partner. It's great.
Yeah, there you go. Even better.
So really, this was such an incredible chat, and I think we all are empowering our customers to do exactly that, like create that mission-driven, impactful program and experience through personalized, top-level customer service, to giving back to the causes that the brand and the customers care about, and doing that through channels like loyalty programs and SMS marketing. So I am so excited that we can kind of keep building and speaking to the integrations. But, before we kind of end this chat today, would love to see if the audience has any questions for all of us based on everything that we shared today. And I think I saw a couple of them come through in the chat box. I think one of them was loyalty related, so happy to take that one. I think it had something about, and I'm gonna read it off one second, about how to get customers to sign up for loyalty. How do you incentivize them? So there are a few different ways that we've identified with Yotpo working with so many brands across the board that we think is best practice. And first and foremost, create a program that resonates with your customers. What do your customers care about? You keep it simple, but really impactful. So do your customers care about free products, or do they care about getting a discount? So base it around what you've seen that they care about. And then secondly, marketing it. The loyalty program is really an integral part of who you are as a brand, and it shouldn't be like this program that's off to the side. Weave it into, you know, all parts of it. Like, for example, an easy way to do that is within your email communications or your SMS communications, making sure you add how many loyalty points or what VIP status the customer has across the board. The way airlines do it, you know, they always have like your mileage and what kind of member you are in every communication with you. So kind of making sure every point in time, every interaction you have with them, they know where they stand with your brand. And then as we spoke about today, creating that impact and how can they donate their points, or how can they give back to the community or to the planet, for example. And then lastly, creating those experiences through VIP tiers. Like we mentioned, you know, that concierge service through Gorgeous, or partnering with Shopping Gives to really make sure that the donation setup is there and that social impact is there. So all of those combined will, you know, really get them to engage with your program and drive that adoption and participation in a loyalty program. I believe maybe Ben, the next one is a little bit more aligned with you, so I'll let you take that one.
Oh yeah, perfect question for me. What's the easiest way to start giving back and asking our customers to join in that journey? That's a great question, John. So if you're a Shopify brand, you can install the Shopping Gives Change Commerce app today after this webinar. And basically you can start giving back on every purchase within the hour. It's that easy to set up. You go through the motions and it's pretty easy to get going. If you want a more tailored approach, or you're on a different CMS platform, we can work with you and get something built that's customized around your giving campaign and what you want to achieve. And obviously, again, what we think is really important is to help you get that message out there. So we always tell our brand partners to give back first, walk the walk, and then ask your customers to follow up. And I know you guys will have been in CVS or Walgreens and been asked to round up or add a donation, and it annoys me. So I just think, I'm spending money here. Why am I, you know what I mean? You donate some money. But anyway, we also allow that feature. We have those features on Shopping Gives, but you know, we'd love to see the brand kind of doing it first, like take the action, and then you'll see that customers kind of join you in that walk as well. You know, perhaps checking that box to do the roundup once they already know that a brand is donating to a cause they care about and that type of thing. And then my last point on this is to make sure that you're telling that story again. So sharing your message throughout the customer buying journey. If they can't see it, they won't feel part of it. So from the moment they land on your website, you know, perhaps you could get an eyebrow banner going, pop-up box, basically just letting them know your brand's mission and purpose and what you're doing today. And if there's a purchase that happens, then something's going to go to charity of the brands or the customer's choice. And then you can even use, you know, bigging you up again, Dylan, but use the Gorgeous chat box to speak about the campaign. So just get in there, have that conversation, and enable your brand to get alongside the customer and tell them what they're doing. And, you know, along with having Shopping Gives on your product display page, in the cart and on checkout, you know, this is a really nice package, a great way to engage your audience and you know, bring them into the giving economy. So yeah, good question. I like that one.
Absolutely. I love it. I'm going to hop in because I can see my question for me. Someone asking, what trends are you seeing for customer experience in 2022 and beyond? And this is a great question. I feel like we really talked a lot about it today. Like this was what the whole, you know, webinar was about. But here at Gorgeous, we're really seeing, I mean, like we said, SMS and social media as like the booming channels, and quickly realizing that brands need to be set up to respond to SMS and social campaigns like they would any other campaign. You know, buyers now treat social media and SMS as they would any other purchasing channel and expect support, not just post-purchase, but also pre-purchase from those channels. So you definitely want to, you know, consider getting your CS team set up to engage with buyers in all of these different channels, you know, the way that they want to engage with you in, and ideally leveraging a help desk that allows you to do so. So those are a few of the trends that we're seeing here.
Amazing. Well, thank you so much, Dylan and Ben, for your time, for joining, sharing your expertise. And I think our brands definitely, and everyone who attended, have some key takeaways that they can implement. And I think our integrations with each other really speak volumes into what brands can do and how easily they can implement and make that impact. Emotional loyalty, if it wasn't important yet, it hopefully is important after this session. And if you have any questions, of course, reach out to us. Yotpo, Gorgeous, and Shopping Gives are really here to align with brands to make this happen for you. And Dylan and Ben, again, thank you so much. It was so great chatting with you. And this is a subject that's near to me, and I know y'all are passionate about it. So I can't thank you enough for your time today.
Thank you so much. Really appreciate it.
If you have any questions, please feel free to email abub@yotpo.com, and a recording will be sent after to anyone that couldn't attend or you want to rewatch it, because this was so amazing. And with that, we'll see you next time. Thanks, everyone.